welcome to another edition of Route 408 today, this week, or this month. My name is Chichi Garbanzo. My co-host is Joey Bonavita. My co-host is Mr. George Castleton. The often imitated but never duplicated Philip C. Brown. Lastly, but not leastly, Michael Goodell. It's a fun Saturday afternoon, March 2011. We just got back from the plaza. I watched most of these guys eat some tripe. We filmed
wonderful.
it, so be warned. Rebuttal.
Yummy.
Free for all.
As my very close friend Lenny Palermo once wrote,
Poor Lenny.
as a suggestion to an hilarious bumper sticker idea, it would have read, "I'd rather eat shit than smell tripe."
Ooh.
Because if you've ever smelled tripe cooking, I would say of the top two most sickening aromas on the face of the planet, that counts as one of them. You decide whether it's one or two, but I'm just saying, I've been there.
I've never had to embrace that part of it.
All right,
Yeah.
the other three guys that ate tripe. How was the tripe today? Was it succulent? Was it chunky? What are the adjectives that I would use to describe such a ordeal?
I thought it was
Mike says chewy.
very tender.
I looked actually today was good.
Nice
though.
flavor on the sauce.
Yep.
The important factors.
And the sauce makes it.
Rebuttal?
Good.
Tripe?
Well, I think tripe, it has to be somewhat chewy because of what it is. But this was fairly tender for tripe.
Yeah, it was.
But it was chewy, nonetheless. The sauce was well seasoned, but not overly so.
Now I guess
trick
actually,
is, though,
my
The bread was
ignorance.
pretty good, which is...
The bread was top of the line, crusty on the
bread was
outside,
nice.
nice and gooey, chewy.
The trick is, it's like eating a rubber tire. Well, the trick is, how do you make something that you should be eating in the first place good to eat?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like,
Lots of salt, washing, cooking.
Basically, I'm on a kick where I tell people that I don't like organs, like a brain or a liver. But then again, every time I eat a hot dog or a bologna sandwich, Lord knows what the hell I'm eating. What do you think, Mike?
Off the floor, parts of parts.
Off the floor.
At least tripe, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand a lot of times it was hunger necessity to eat that portion of the cow, but it just amazes me that once upon a time someone looked at this and said, let's eat this.
Well, it's probably starvation or eat
Well,
that.
exactly, yeah. I mean, it
But
was,
considering people choose to eat it today, they certainly don't have to. I mean, I could have the same boring old hamburger
Like Mark,
that Mark has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you have?
I had a grilled chicken sandwich with lettuce,
Oh,
tomato,
people
and
are-
onion and mustard, and it was outrageous.
Well, that sounds pretty genteel.
You know what? I wonder if on menus around the world where tripe is served, that there's a discount automatically built in, which accounts for the fact that you'd have to pay someone to eat tripe. So in other words, the price that you're paying automatically includes the fact that you're getting money back
That makes
in
sense.
order for eating tripe.
But there's a lot of labor put into making that tripe.
Oh,
You gotta boil it too.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, I
getting
guess
s-
you gotta skin it, do some things to the lining.
You
know,
boil it.
you-
If you
or
boil
just
it, you
keep
skim
battling
it, you boil it, it takes water.
Okay.
Yeah, the most laborious thing about making tripe is convincing someone to come down into the kitchen and cook it and
Yeah.
stand there
Oh,
while
that
the
I can
aroma
believe.
emanates. That's the biggest labor, I would think.
You have to scrub it and
I'll pay you
scrape it.
$20 an hour. Just come down and cook it.
It's crazy.
all right.
Now the labeling on the raw package, when you get the tripe, it's called tripe, right? So
Yeah.
it doesn't become tripe when you add the sauce. It already is tripe,
Right.
right? Is that?
Yeah, it's a Chinese place. They serve it just
Yeah, same thing.
Is
with
it
no
really?
sauce on it whatsoever. So
Wow,
if you think
that's-
Italians are crazy for eating it with sauce, when you eat it without sauce, I mean, you're got the pure, uncut gut.
But in Chinese restaurant, it's not cow's gut, it's cat's gut.
No.
Oh, you don't know.
No, it is beef tripe.
I'd rather die. All right, then. Let's move on
And the
to
cow would rather you die. I mean,
I'm sure. I know all about cows.
They
They
can
can
swallow
swallow it out of you.
This is Mount
I'm
Moore.
sacrificing my stomach for these awful jokes on Route 408. Moo way.
Oh, that's awful. joke.
Right, awful jokes like that one.
Are they happy cows?
Do not know. I do Not me.
If
It
they're
depends
Vermont,
if they have to eat tripe.
yeah, if they're from Vermont, right? Or Dutchess Farms.
California.
Oh, zing!
You're not going to get any free milk or feces or whatever it is you're after. Anyways, onward and upward through our fog. This is the first portion of the show called News You Can't Use, peoples. What do you think about that one?
Favorite segment.
Oh, really?
I never win, but my favorite segment.
Actually, I went 5 for 5 last time I was here.
The first story is very important. It has to do with pizza, which most people know and love, I'm sure.
It's a serious subject.
Philadelphia area pizza shop owner uses mice against his competition, Mike. Writers, Phil. The owner of a suburban Philadelphia pizza shop is accused of putting mice at nearby competitors' pizza parlors in the hope of putting them out of business, Joy. The owner of a neighboring pizza shop watched as a suspect went into his restroom carrying a bag, but emerging empty-handed. The police officers arrived. They found a bag of mice and footprints on the toilet seat, suggesting that someone was trying to reach the ceiling tiles. Later the same evening, police officers found the suspect at yet another neighboring pizza place where he was seen putting a bag of 5 mice into a trash can. George, the accused pizza shop owner faces misdemeanor charges of cruelty to animals, criminal mischief, harassment, and disorderly conduct. My co-host, Joey Bonafide, my other co-host, George Cassidy, the other co-host, Mr. Phil, and of course, Mr. Mike. Rebuttal!
Well, he was seen taking a bag into the bathroom and then came out empty-handed. This might suggest that he's having plumbing problems at home.
Right.
It's one possibility. Disgusting as it may be, it could be a possibility. Number 2, while the remaining evidence is kind of condemning, this whole plan probably backfired on him when all of his competitors found this mysteriously delicious topping appearing on their pizzas, which, gave them more business.
Super healthy, extra lean.
And wound up putting him out of business.
I think the mouse,
And you're having problems with tripe.
the mouse meat would be very healthy.
Yeah.
Once in a while, I like a nice little piece of rat on my burrito.
Now, these are
Joy,
mice, though.
sabotaging the competition with mice?
Well, it sounds like a clear-cut case that he did it.
Sounds to me like a situation comedy.
Well,
What the
it
hell?
might be, but the funny part would be I've never known anybody who owns a pizzeria to go in 3 other pizzerias. Why else would you do that? I mean,
Other than
if you didn't
to
make
be
the
a
pizza you
saboteur.
like at your shop, why would you be going to somebody else's pizza shop except to sabotage?
Phil, pizza sabotage?
Yeah, I think the guy's pretty unstable. But to be honest with you, I don't really care for mice too much. They're cute at times. Why do they have to shit and piss all over everything?
Because they were not properly trained as children. Mike, sabotaging of your fellow pizza
I
man.
think it was a genius marketing ploy by that guy. 'Cause now his name's in the paper, free advertisement. For what? Little mouse? How many restaurants have mouse floating around? All of them, people. Let's be serious here.
Lazo.
Phil, anytime you've been to a public bathroom in a restaurant,
Okay.
or not a restaurant, well, anytime you've been to a
Sure, a
restaurant,
public facility.
Public facility.
Yeah.
You always see men and women. You don't see the little tiny door that says mice on it.
That's good.
So that answers your question.
Because they
Alright.
But if it was a male mice in a male bathroom,
Alright, we can do that.
Yeah, never mind.
News you can't use. Story number 2, peoples. Would you please get ready? Step a little closer to the
How do
monitor.
you win this section?
How do you what?
Mike said he was going to win this one.
Well, that was Phil today. He was confusing this.
Oh, I did with
true or false.
true or
Okay,
false.
so
false.
Yeah, you are confusing this with something that has meaning.
Oh boy.
This is where you come up with pithy, clever things
Yeah.
about
This is-
yeah.
this
You
is
just
news.
banter along and add on. to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
How many times have you done these stupid things? Like, this is like your 35th show.
Well, aren't I doing my job now? I just caused this whole.
Yeah, you see.
You don't want
But this
you
is
to.
suspicious.
This is pith. This is witty. This is
No, no,
This
that's
is
banter.
suspiciously like the other segment, except you keep score.
right. You were 87% funny today.
The pathetic thing is, there's no prize.
Oh no, that's right. You were handing out $100 bills the last.
Yeah, you win a bowl of truck. Oh, thank you.
News you can't use. Story number 2, peoples. Attention! California woman survives car ride on minivan hood, Mike. Manteca, California, Phil.
I heard
A
this.
woman sprawled across the hood of a minivan as it raced down the California freeway. A man drove 35 miles with his wife, sprawled across the hood of the minivan, clinging only to a windshield wiper, George.
It saved her.
They were prompting 911 calls from at least 2 alarmed witnesses. The man got into the minivan around 12:30 a.m. after he and his wife had an argument. The woman tried to stop the van by getting up on the hood and hanging onto the wiper blade. Police said she obviously didn't think that he would keep driving, unquote. One witness who followed the minivan told the police his speed reached 100 miles per hour.
Dude.
There it is.
Yes.
The woman was eventually taken to a nearby hospital where she was treated for hypothermias. The minivan driver is scheduled to appear in court, oddly enough. My co-host, Joey Panavita, my other co-host, George Gaston, the other co-host, Phil Falone, and of course, Mike Rebuttal!
I can't imagine what it must have looked like driving 100 miles an hour with his wife on the windshield wiper going.
I'll be the one to say it. That's every man's fantasy.
Unless she was.
What
Unless
state
it
was this in? Was she in a bikini?
It was in California. Or she was a California
It was
woman.
live.
It happened in California.
Yeah, it happened in California.
If it was during the rain, maybe she was pleading with him. Turn the windshield wipers on, or else you won't be
I'm
able
sure
to
that
see
was
where you
it.
go.
It's very Tiger Woods-like. Mike,
I
what
don't
do you think?
know. It's a special kind of sicky. I don't know.
Sounds like something you'd do, man.
I think it was a game of chicken. Who's gonna give in first, the wife or the husband?
Two stubborn folks there.
Because obviously he didn't want to stop, and she was the one going the wiper.
Yeah, we are not the proper panel for this. Like 4 out of 5 of us are single. I'll let you determine the one that's married. So, what do you think?
It just miffs me. I don't know what to say on it. I can't.
Are you getting ideas now?
I know what.
Hey, and
No,
Mr. Joy,
I can't believe if they drove that far. you
Yeah, I
know,
mean,
that went
I
on
think we went on
that
the
long.
driveway, and
35
Then-
miles.
I mean, shoo.
so that's here
What?
to have that.
That'll cut down on your gas mileage.
Has there been some embellishment in this article, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, 35
Yeah.
miles.
Yeah, that's the way I heard it. That's pretty much it
This
is.
is real.
What pages were these taken from? The
This
Star
is
magazine?
from Reuters.
No stop sign in the way.
Reuters?
No light,
Very
traffic
reputable
light.
news organization.
You know.
God's honest truth, man.
Maybe there was some drugs.
I'd just like to
induced
comment
in
that
this. I don't know.
on those minivan type vehicles, usually there's not much of a
Hood, yeah, you're right.
bonnet, so to speak.
Right, you also.
You know that.
Some of them do, some of them don't.
Yeah, I'm guessing she really had to hold on. You know, it's not like.
I wonder what the make and model.
Maybe
of
going
this-
so fast, pushing her towards the girl. Hoping.
Well, it could be.
And obviously, we've got that totally worked out.
But that's
So we're
definitely
gonna-
news you can't use. That's,
Yeah,
Oh, I heard some
you're
news.
right.
that's some top quality.
News you can't use.
I
Yeah.
think you'd be out doing
It's about
something
as
constructive
useful as
right
this.
now.
Don't you forget it. We brought it to you here second after Reuters.
And on that serious note, news you can't use story number 3, peoples. Woman who tried to mail puppy wants her postage back. A woman who tried to mail a puppy in a box from Minnesota to Georgia now wants the puppy back, Mike, along with the $22 she paid to ship the dog, Phil. The woman intended to send the puppy to her son as a birthday gift because she wanted to surprise him really, really good, Joey. When the woman brought the box to the post office, the box began to move and make noise. So the workers opened it and found a 4-month-old puppy inside. The woman had poked holes in the box, George, which later she covered up with tape for some reason.
It's not even funny, Mark.
Authorities remarked it would seem unlikely a child would want a dead puppy for his birthday, which would likely have been the dog's fate. My co-host, Joey Bonavita, my other co-host, Mr. George Kensington, Philip C. Valone, and of course, Mike. Rebuttals!
Well, they just stole my joke about why a kid would want to receive a dead puppy in the mail. That certainly would have been a surprise.
Airmail. That
But
probably
how
would have
did
been.
it end up getting
yeah.
shipped anyway? I mean, I think what did the post? It's a government agency. You know, you got a live dog in here, man.
I think
Yes,
she got
I
in
know.
trouble.
I think she was proving she was a moron because she didn't try to send it ground. You You know. It's
Well, the
just,
fact that she
trying to keep it alive. She had no clue.
she paid the money. You paid the fee. Okay, woman.
Because obviously, you send an airmail, that dog's going to be dead.
No, you send it to Airedale.
Oh, chicken.
Zinger.
It
Joey,
is, it is possible that the post office put the tape over the holes.
That's very possible.
Although, not likely.
Yeah.
You ask them for a piece of tape and they look at you like,
You know, they
you're robbing the
do.
place.
Yeah.
You know, they may have thought, oh, we accidentally put some holes in this box. Let's accidentally put some tape over it, not realizing. Of course, maybe the dog was already dead.
Well, they have rolls of tape.
Did
to
the
sell
dog?
over
Did
there
the
on
dog end up
side.
dead? I don't remember.
no, they went to a shelter.
Oh, so he's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dogs.
Well, we have a happy ending. What more do you want?
Yeah, I don't put anything morbid out there. Mike, what do you
No
think?
blame for the post office.
Mail
I
a
got,
puppy?
I got one comment. If it fits in the box, it's one price. Right?
Ship it.
So if it's in the box for $10.95, why you should pay $22? That's what I don't understand. If it fits in the box, it mails it, right?
Well,
They
maybe-
lowered the
maybe it had
price on that,
A
didn't
bigger
they?
box.
Pretty big, man.
No, maybe it was her own bigger box.
I
You
think it
don't
would
get
be
the rate.
legal if she just waited till the dog died and then sent the corpse.
Or drug the dog for 12 hours. Haven't woke up, really been there.
Well, they sell dog shipping boxes in those postal stores and every
Oh,
post
yeah.
office. You know,
There's
the
probably a
three-
proper way to go about it.
the silhouette of the Great Dane.
Yeah, for $150, not
Yeah.
for $22.
Yeah, but then the dog would be
Buy
a
a bus
cadaver
ticket.
if it was a carcass, right? If it's
That's right, really. Then you put the dog on a bus. Thank you. That's the.
It's a good time to reconsider and maybe buy the kid a different gift.
Or
Get
send the money
get
to
the
the
kid a pet
parent.
rock.
The parents send the money to the parents. And tell them have them pick out a dog in Georgia.
All right, that'll be enough of that riff for a while. We're gonna move it on to segment number 2. This is Real or Fake Headlines. I'm gonna ask these guys if these headlines are real or if they're fake yet.